We have a situation in the world at the present whereby we can see that economy is driven through the bankers, and economy is driven through the politics of the world, that the political sphere or the state sphere, the political realm of the threefold social order is dominated by economic ideas, and that the banking system has rapidly moved into a scenario whereby resources and investment in economy is controlled from a certain sector of society. Now this situation could not have happened during the time, let us say, of the pharaohs in ancient Egypt. For yes, in Egypt they certainly had all kinds of other problems that were driven by the fallen ones, but society was still an integrated whole. The religious sector of the mystery centers and the temples was involved with economy, involved with the farming, involved with the state. The spiritual realm that flowed through these mystery centers of ancient Egypt actually had its ideas permeating right down into the farming sector, right down into the economics of a nation, and right down into the state, so that we had religious ideas, spiritual ideas, there holding the society in one form. Now, to understand it, I want to talk a little bit about mythology. For these societies were held together by mythology. Things changed as we get to Rome. For the fact that Aristotle and Plato could still look back up into the great myths and understand his own personal thinking and his development of his own personal memory in relationship to these great cosmic myths, a kind of balance took place between mythology and philosophy, the thinking of cosmos and the thinking of my personal thinking. Because they could still establish that, there was a unique time developed in ancient Greece. But as we move into Rome, we see a very major change taking place. For in Rome, their relationship to mythology was definitely not of the same ilk as it was in Greece, or definitely not in ancient Egypt, or in India for that matter, or in Persia. They started to develop the personal ego very, very strongly. And if you take a person like Julius Caesar, here we see a man now driven by his personal ego, by his personal power, where love, wisdom, and power was perfectly balanced in the ancient mythological consciousness. You now see developing on earth a human being like Julius Caesar who has a certain relationship to power, which is very far removed from the balance of love, wisdom, and power as you would find it in ancient mythologies. And so we see there in Rome, for the first time, a major change taking place. The threefold structures of society inherited from ancient Atlantis through the post-Atlantean times, that was held together, the fiber of society was held together by the moral force and the will force of that morality through mythology. Suddenly we see the individual ego and the personal memory now so powerful, and the orientation to the sense world rather than the inner world so powerful, that you see the state realm, the area of state, political area in Rome, breaking away and becoming completely independent, and became a force to be reckoned with, independent of the great moral laws of the cosmos.
Thank you for watching this preview. Click here to enjoy the full class. And check out more previews of our Mayra University classes with David Christopher Lewis in this playlist.